If you could go back and pray for just 5 things in your youth, what would they be? That's the question I've been asking myself. You see, life in youth often feels like a whirlwind. So many dreams, so much noise, and countless decisions that seem harmless but leave lasting marks. If I knew then what I know now, my prayers would have been different, more intentional. So let's talk about 5 things I wish I prayed about in my youth. Perhaps you're walking this journey now, or maybe like me, you're looking back, wondering what you could have done differently. Either way, stay with me. This might just change how you approach life in prayer. 1. Praying for God's plan for my life. In your youth, everything feels urgent. Picking the right career, chasing opportunities, defining who you are. But how often do we pause to ask, God, what is your plan for me? Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." But the truth, many of us try to write our own story and then hand it over to God for approval. What if we flip that? What if we asked Him to guide us first? Imagine the peace of knowing you're walking in step with His purpose, not running ahead or lagging behind. 2. Wisdom to choose the right friends who you surround yourself with shapes your future more than you realize. Have you ever felt trapped in friendships that pull you away from your faith, your goals, or even your peace? Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Here's the thing. It's not just about avoiding the wrong people. It's about intentionally praying for the right ones. Pray for friends who push you toward God, who challenge you, who celebrate your wins and hold you up in your losses. 3. Strength to overcome temptations. Let's get real. Youth is full of temptations. Whether it's peer pressure, fleeting pleasures, or decisions that feel harmless but take you far from God, the struggle is real. And the enemy whispers, "It's just one mistake. No one will know." But 1 Corinthians 10:13 gives us hope. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out. Temptation doesn't define you. Prayer is your way out. Strength is found on your knees, not in your own willpower. 4. A grateful heart in every season. Have you ever been so focused on what you don't have that you forget what you do? I've been there. In my youth, I spent too much time wishing for more and too little time thanking God for the blessings I already had. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Gratitude shifts your perspective. It doesn't mean you stop dreaming or hoping. It means you trust that God's timing is perfect, even when the waiting feels unbearable. 5. The right relationships in spouse. Here's a hard truth. Many heartbreaks can be avoided if we bring our relationships to God before we dive in. How many times do we chase after someone, hoping they'll fit into our lives, without asking if they're part of God's plan for us? Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Your heart is precious. Pray for someone who not only loves you, but loves God even more. Trust His timing. Rushing ahead only leads to pain. Here's the truth. You don't need to live in regret. Whether you're in your youth or years beyond it, God is still writing your story. He's the God of second chances, of restoration, of making beauty from ashes. Start praying today. Pray for clarity in your purpose. Pray for wisdom in your relationships. Pray for strength in your struggles. Pray with gratitude for what you have, and pray with boldness for what's to come. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one of these prayers and start today. Write it down, speak it out, or whisper it to God, and then trust Him to do what only He can do. And if this resonated with you, stay connected. There's so much more to uncover. More prayers, more reflections, more ways to walk in step with God's plan for your life. Keep seeking, keep praying, because the best is yet to come.